In this video, we're going to look at one way to implement a priority queue. There are basically two ways to implement priority queues. We can use arrays or another data structure called heap. We're going to look at heaps in the future. So for now, let's look at implementing a priority queue using an array. So as an exercise, I want you to create a new class called priority queue. Now let's imagine in this queue, we have these numbers, 1, 3, 5, and 7. And now we want to insert 2. In a regular queue, 2 should join the back of the queue. But in this priority queue, we should insert 2 right here. So all these items are sorted in ascending order. Now we could also sort this in descending order, but let's not worry about that. Let's just focus on having a queue where the items are sorted in ascending order. So how can we find the right position to insert a new number? Let's come up with an algorithm. So I'm going to remove 2 and start over. Here's one way to solve this problem. We can start from the beginning, get the current item, and compare it with the value that we want to insert. If this value is greater than the current item, that means we should go forward because this item should be inserted after the current item, right? So now we look at the second item. Is the value that we want to insert greater than the current item? It's not. That means we should insert this new value just before the current item. Or more accurately, we should put this new value at the current position and then shift all the items to the right side forward. However, there is a tiny problem here. If we iterate this array from the beginning to the end, we're not going to be able to shift or move items forward. Let me show you. So I'm going to remove 2. Let's just focus on the algorithm for shifting items. So I'm going to put the index of these items, 2 and 3. Now, let's say we want to move 3 to index 2. So we should write code like this. Items of I plus 1 should be set to items of I. In other words, we copy the value at the current cell to the cell on the right side. So we want to copy 3 to here. So after we do this, we're going to overwrite 5 with 3. Now we have lost 5, so we cannot copy 5 over here. That's the problem. So if you want to move or shift items to the right side, we need to iterate this array from the back. Let me show you. So I'm going to bring these numbers back. Once again, let's say we want to insert 2. So we start from the last item. Is the current item greater than the value we want to insert? Yes. That means we should move this item to the right side. So we're going to copy 7 to index 4 and then go back to the previous item. Is the current item greater than the value we want to insert? Yes, it is. So once again, we want to copy 5 to the cell on the right side. See, as we're iterating this array from the back, we are not losing values. Now let's look at the next iteration. We are here. Is the current item greater than the value we want to insert? Yes. So let's copy this to index 2. Now we are over here. The current item is not greater than the value we want to insert. So we should insert this new value to the right side of the current item. That is right here. Now we have a beautiful sorted array. With all this, I want you to spend 15 to 20 minutes on this exercise. Think about all the edge cases, like what if our array is empty? What if it has a single item? What if it has an even number of items? What if it gets full? Think of all these scenarios. When you're done with your solution, come back, see mine.